Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to do another cash envelope stuffing video with my various sinking funds that I have here. I have a number of different goals that I'm saving up for, and I just find this is a great visual way to save up by using actual cold hard cash versus using bank accounts. I get far too confused and just disorganized with spreadsheets and just kind of transferring to different bank accounts. So I find that this way works really well for me. So for the first category, I'm going to have a photo shoot next week actually, and I'm going to put $100 into this envelope. I tried these new stick-on nails. I'm not sure if I like them, but I did it because I feel like my nail polish always looks really bad because I do it myself and I'm just like far too cheap to go to the nail salon to get it done. I mean, why? And I have a job where I'm not allowed to wear nail polish, so stick-on nails it is, I guess. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, and we're gonna add 100 for 380. So I was supposed to save up $600 by the time that this photo shoot was happening, but I would say that's pretty much a win. By next week I will have put another $100 into this envelope, so and then obviously I can just take another $100 out of my regular kind of paycheck. Are you guys interested in my budget breakdown? Because I can do that as well. I used to do that on my other, like, before I kind of stopped doing these videos last year, and I feel like it got a lot of views from people and people seem to be interested in it, but I could do a breakdown of our household budget if you like. Because this is obviously just for variable expenses, this money that we take out and put into sinking funds versus all of the other categories in my budget like housing and food and whatnot. So I can do that if you guys are interested. The next category is for these very special shoes that Sorrel, my boyfriend, wants. So we'll put $50 into this envelope. I want to start putting a little more into his envelopes. Like, I kind of just start them, like, he'll just like 20, 40 is in there, perfect, and I'll add 50 for 90. He kind of just mentions he wants something and he doesn't really ask me to start an envelope, but I'll just like start one anyways for him. And even though he didn't ask me, like, I want to start putting more money into his categories because I feel like I am the one that spends most of the categories here, although some of them are for joint categories like wedding, for example. In the wedding category, I want to put $50, so I should have $190 in here. I'm thinking pretty soon I should probably put this into the bank account though. Like I said, like, I don't like spreadsheets, but I also don't want to have too much cash on hand, obviously. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 190. And I will add 50 to make a total of 240. That should pay for like one flower. If you've ever had to pay for a wedding, my goodness, everything is so expensive. But I think it's worth it. Work clothes. So I have a few items for work that I want to buy. So I want to save up about $200. So 20, 40, and I'll add 20 to make 60. I mean, and work clothes are one of those things that I feel like you can just go out, like, you should just be able to go out and kind of get it if you need it, but I don't feel like it's a super necessary thing right now. It's not like urgent, but that's why I'm saving up for it. For my next envelope, it's a pet fund for my dog. I have $140 in there now. Sorrel's out mountain biking with her right now. She's a golden retriever, and I had this weird feeling. Do you ever get those where I'm like, I was like kind of planning this out earlier and I was like, wow, $160, like, that's great. And then I was like, I hope she doesn't get hurt on the mountain biking trails. I was like, oh no. So hopefully everybody comes back in one piece. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, and 160. I shouldn't laugh about that. That's not funny. But you know how you just have those, like, I don't know. I feel like people understand that, those feelings, premonition-y kind of feelings, so I'm thinking they're okay. I would have heard by now. For Christmas, pretty self-explanatory, presents, food, all that good stuff. Should be $200 in here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, and we're gonna have $20 more for 220. You know, I really just hope all of this is through by the time Christmas happens. Like, I know, like, we're doing what we have to do. We're locking down, we're doing good things, but I'm sure everybody's just sick of the state of the world, and hopefully by Christmas we can have a normal Christmas again. And my next category is my typewriter Bluetooth keyboard that I want to get. I saw this on a Study Tubers YouTube video, and it's like an old style looking typewriter that Bluetooths to their computer, and it was making the clickety clackety sounds, and I was like, ooh, I gotta have one of those. So saving up for one, $20, and I'm adding $20. Oh, and I did have speaking of hair, actually, good timing, because I had a laser hair removal envelope going, and I've gone twice. I don't mind it, like, it's been fine. But I went online and I found one, like an actual like laser hair removal device that you can buy for at-home laser hair removal for a couple $100. And I thought, you know what? It's $450 every time I go into the salon. So I just like, I'm going to cancel my appointments and just try it at home. Like, it's worth a try because I'm really not finding that it's that effective. Like, it's all right, but not for $900. It hasn't been good enough for me. So I gave it a shot, and I'm gonna do it myself. And I heard about other people who just, like, they bought those, like, at-home devices, and they were fine. So that's what we're gonna do. And hopefully that kind of saves some money in the long run. For my hair appointments, I have $20, and I'm gonna add the last $20 into that category. I'm not sure when my next hair appointment is. I think in May or something, but lots of time to save up. So this week, it turns out May is going to be just as busy as April, which is like awesome. I'm going to keep a grateful mindset, and I'm going to be happy that I have tons of work, because right now a lot of people don't have work. So I want to express my gratitude, and I want to try to like give back a little bit more too, because I think it's all well and good to talk about gratitude and how you feel, but I think you actually have to like express that gratitude by giving back. So I'm gonna try and find different ways to do that. That is my goal in May. The renos to my house start soon. We spent $8,000 on lumber and building supplies a couple weeks ago, and we're just waiting for a building permit, and then Sorrel will start renovating our house, and there are some big plans happening. I'm so excited. We're gonna have a new roof and a new addition, a new bathroom, and it's all coming together so well. I'm so happy. And I was just thinking about, like, in terms of the financial world, like saving money versus missed opportunities. Like, what does that mean to you? And I was thinking about, even just personally to me, like, one of my spending weaknesses is artwork and locally made crafted items. And especially now when I feel like we need to support our artists, like, if a painting came up from like one of your local artists in your area, if it came up for a couple $100 and it was like absolutely perfect, in the name of like saving money, would you not buy it? Or like, just hypothetically, let's say you could afford it. Would you pass that up in order to save more, or would you try to support that artist? So these are all like the struggles I'm having, and I don't know, I was just thinking about whatever that means to you. What is that missed opportunity? Because we've all had those times where we've gone somewhere and, you know, you think back and you wish you'd got that thing, or maybe you wish you'd saved the money. That's probably more commonly the issue, but anyways, I'm rambling. And then I'm going to just work on building up this RESP that I got for one of my family members. So a little story time. RESPs are like an education savings account for children that you save throughout their life. The government gives you a 20% match, the Canadian government, and then you can invest that money into mutual funds. You usually buy them through a bank, and they set you up, like, you need the kid's social insurance number and all that stuff. So I set one up for a family member through my account. So I basically own the account, but it's for these children.
And I didn't realize how difficult it is if you are not a grandparent or a parent of the child in like that you're saving money for. It's actually kind of hard to like get it set up, but I persevered. I got it all done. And it's kind of a cool thing to learn about, but I do encourage you, if you're thinking about it and you're a Canadian citizen or in whatever country you're from, I encourage you to go in and get it set up. It was really kind of painless. Like there was a lot of steps, there was a lot of paperwork, but in the end it was so worth it. So I do encourage you, even if you're not a parent or a grandparent of a child, you can still set one up. So if that's what you're thinking about, then definitely look into it. Anyways, that's it for my video this week. I really appreciate you guys being here, and thank you so much for watching my videos. If you're interested in these types of videos and you want to see more, then subscribe down below. I might branch out and do a video on a few different topics. I'm not sure. Would you guys be interested in my debt story? Because I've been thinking about that lately, and there's a lot of videos on the internet talking about people's personal debt story. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!